Well, I thought I'd share the progress that I've made on sculpting the Ford P68 race car. The above is a picture of a model that I'm using as a basis, and below is the car carved out of clear acrylic. Now, this isn't my first attempt to do this. Over here is. This is one of the blocks that I had carved out of. Broke two Dremel skill saw blades in there, and the plastic melted itself back to it, and tried chipping it out with a hammer and chisel, and that didn't work, so threw that away and then started over. And all in all, I think this turned out fairly nicely. It's getting ready to paint, and so I've drawn with a Sharpie where the windows go. Here's a front view of the car, and a rear view. Added the tail fin and exhaust pipes. There's the underside, and I've beveled where the tabs go, so that way no adaptation to the Aurora Speedster chassis is needed. So just to compare with some other cars, let's start with length. So here is a Ferrari 512. That was made by Aurora, came standard. And you can notice that they're roughly about the same length. And these measure pretty close to about 3 inches. That's upside down, so we'll try this again. Right side up. Now, the other car I'm going to compare is one that I just recently sculpted out of ABS plastic, and that's a Mercedes-Benz W196. Now let's go to the scale. And so we'll start with the Ferrari, and the Ferrari with the chassis weighs in at 20 grams. The Mercedes weighs in at 26 grams. So we're talking difference between ABS plastic and styrene plastic. And then here we have the Ford, and this one weighs in at 30 grams. So considerably heavier than the Ferrari. So now we're going to see how the cars go down the track. So we'll start with the Ferrari first. Now the Ferrari has a lot of downforce and keeps itself on the track. Do a couple laps here. Changes lanes nicely. Full throttle, stays on the track. Full throttle. Didn't quite make the jump, but you get the idea. So here's the Mercedes. Changes lanes nicely. Now this is about 60% throttle, 70%. Now 100, and it flies off that time. Now the Ford, on the other hand, flies off the track quite easily. Now I'm not sure whether it's due to the excess weight or just aerodynamics. It changes lanes really nicely. So now I'm going to go about 60%, and you'll see that it just flew off the track right there. We'll try this one more time. Here's full throttle and instant right off the track. So, in a nutshell, it's not going to be the best runner I have in the collection, but it certainly is a very stylish looking car, and I will keep you updated as far as progress goes. Thanks for watching.